What day is it? Could you please tell me? What day is it? I'm confused, you see. Is it Sunday? No. Is it Monday? No. Is it Tuesday, Bluesday, Betterware, Tuesday? No. Is it Wednesday? No. Is it Thursday? Shut up. Is it Friday, Saturday, Betterware, Saturday? Maybe it's tomorrow and maybe it's not. Maybe it's yesterday. I just forgot. Maybe it's tomorrow and maybe it's not. Maybe it's yesterday. I just forgot. Hey, what day is it? Could you please tell me? What day is it? What day is it? I'm confused, you say. Oh!
Well, that's about as auspicious as a welcome as I think I can ever have for you guys. Thank you for joining us for Universal Remote, the only online quiz show with production value equal to or greater than the entirety of the Star Wars Holiday Special, live and direct from the upper levels of 1313, along with my two fuzzy co-hosts and Chemo Kitties, Woody and Leslie on the scoring, and Pigman, who is apparently missing in hyperspace. He's chasing celestial whales of some sort. My name is Devin Pike. Thank you very much for joining us for our twice-weekly Trivial Diversion. If it's your first time here, this is a bit of a special show, but I'll go over the rules because the rules are pretty much the same as you have over, a normal Universal Remote. So it's incredibly simple to play. All you have to do is to log into your YouTube or Twitch account, then play along by putting your answers in the chat window. That's either over on your right if you're on your desktop or underneath if you are swiping around on your mobile. The first 3 people who answer the question correctly get the points. In the first batch, that means 30 for first, 20 for second, and 10 for third. Those values double in the second round. And since this is a special themed show, we are doing 3 rounds tonight. Triple points. And as any Sabacc player will tell you, that is where the fun really starts. It is May the 4th, and we love plays on words here at Universal Remote. We also love Star Wars. I mean, what am I, a soulless, joyless mouth breather living on red letter media accounts? No, I am not. We are all Star Wars tonight, all the time, so buckle up, Moof Milkers. Here we go. The pot's right. We're locked in. Let us get started with round number 1. It is intergalactic cartography. There's a lot of planets to navigate in this galaxy far, far away, so I want to see how many of you were paying attention when you were setting those hyperspace travel plans. Let us go on with question number 1. It's a whole lot of water and rain, and the locals are pasty white cloners. No, it's not Seattle. Which planet does Obi-Wan find a whole lot of Jango Fett? Once again, it's a whole lot of water and rain. The locals are pasty white cloners and damn good ones too. On what planet does Obi-Wan find a whole lot of Jango Fett? Question number 2. On what planet does Obi-Wan Kenobi ride a majestic chicken horse and have his final battle with General Grievous? Once again, on what planet did Obi-Wan Kenobi ride a majestic chicken horse and have his final battle with General Grievous? And finally, our third question in interstellar cartography. They hold a festival every 42 years that rivals Burning Man for synchronized dancing and bead necklaces. On what planet does Rey and the Funky Bunch find the Sith Wayfinder? Once again, they hold a festival every 42 years. Nicely played. The rivals Burning Man for synchronized dancing and bead necklaces. What planet do Rey and the Funky Bunch find the Sith Wayfinder? All right, that's going to do it for round 1. Let us keep moving right along with our second category of the evening. It is 21 Tashi Street. Look, quit whining about power converters you were never going to pick up anyway. There's a gaggle of friends that Luke Skywalker hung out with before he was tasked with escorting a needy senior to Alderaan. It is time to find out how many of you guys watched the deleted scenes in Star Wars. Let's go with question number 1. What was Luke's sad nickname among the older kids at Anchorhead? Once again, what was Luke's really sad nickname around the older kids at Anchorhead? That's question 1. Here's question 2. The de facto leader of the crew at Tashi Station was a damn good mechanic. What was Lay's Lozenozer's appropriate nickname? Nope. Sorry, YouTube. I gave you one too many. There we go. Once again, he was the de facto leader of the crew at Tashi Station. He was a damn good mechanic and a good sand surfer, according to the books. What was Lay's Lozenozer's? Low-nosers. Ridiculous. Third and finally for 21 Tashi Street. Nope. I'm just hitting all the wrong damn buttons tonight. Everyone was jealous when one of the Tashi Station crew left Tatooine to join the Imperial Academy. What was the full name of Luke's real only friend who died tragically in the middle of the Death Star run? Alright, that's going to wrap it for round 2. Pull that away. Nope. You go. I told you to go away. We do that. Let's see if I programmed this round correctly. This is the third round, or the third channel of our first round. And then there's Act Mena. Say what you want to about the Star Wars Holiday Special. God knows we all have. However, it did give us a few lasting nuggets of real entertainment. The best of which was B. Arthur's lovely song to the Mos Eisley Cantina patrons. Now, let us examine some of B's lesser-known work. Here we go. Question number 1. This spin-off of All in the Family became the cornerstone of the feminist movement in 70s television. Once again, the spin-off of All in the Family became the cornerstone of the feminist movement in all 70s television. Question number 2. Before Sex and the City, we judged ourselves by which Golden Girl we most exemplified. What was B. Arthur's character's name in that Miami house? Remember, Hillary, I said Star Wars or Star Wars adjacent. And third and final for, and then there's Akmena. As the femputer in the classic Futurama episode Amazon Women in the Mood, B. Arthur gives one of the best lines in all of science fiction. What judgment did the femputer pass on Fry, Zap Brannigan, and Kiff? I would love it if this line would show us up somewhere in like an episode of The Mandalorian or whatever movie we see down the road. I would love that. It would make me so incredibly happy right now. Rob's not happy. All right, kids, that is going to wrap it up for our first round of questions. It was fast, it was furious, and we had an amazing time doing it. But now, that means that it is, yes, that's right, it is snack time. So, I do have a question for you guys, and I said this in the pre-show if you didn't have a chance to tune in, and we're going to come back to it because we have two snack times, because we've got a first and second, then we have a second and third break, because we're going to run a little bit. Just give you a chance to catch your breath, breathe a little bit. We might take a look at the scores. I don't know, maybe not. But what I do want you guys to do is, because it is May the 4th, and we're all in lockdown, and we're all participating like the good citizens that we are, what I am curious to see is if you were celebrating May the 4th at home, either by yourself, with your significant other, or with your family. If you did, I would love for you to hop onto Twitter and post some photos, or post a photo of what you were doing during lockdown on May the 4th, where we can't go to Alamo Drafthouse and watch Fanboys or whatever else. The hashtag to make sure that I can see those photos and post them up is the letter U, the letter R, May the number 4 TH. And if you have questions about that, you can always check out the, I retweeted it at Just Devon, and it's also on the Universal Remote Twitter account at UniRemoteGame. Woody has posted the hashtag in the YouTube chat. I'm going to do it over here. May the 4th. There. So, I'd love to see those photos, and we're going to show those off in the second snack time. In the meantime, everybody was telling what all their drinks were. I'm on the lovely protein shake. So, I don't care if it involves Slave Leia, Roy. I just don't want to see your nipples in it, okay? I don't want to see Scratch Furies either. Just saying. Don't want to see it. We don't need to see it. None of us need to see that. All right, let's take a look at our scores. Let's see. Lisa, our previous smartest person in the universe, is leading over on Twitch. And over on YouTube, Jackie Leaf is in third, Roy is in second, and Shannon Hatcher leading the scores in first. Well done, sir. You're returning to form. You were worried that all you're doing is sliding in the standings over and over again. But you know what? Like I have said over and over again, first round scores mean nothing. They mean absolutely nothing, and I'll tell you why. Because we are getting ready to hit round number 2. 3 more channels. We're going to start that channel with Droids Are People Too. For decades, Anthony Daniels was the only actor who could say that he voiced that droid in Star Wars. No longer. Name the actors who gave it their all in mocap suits and voiceover booths for the franchise. Let us get started with question number 1. This Renaissance man knows a thing or two about betrayal as Cassian Andor's constant companion, K2SO. Once again, this Renaissance man, he's an actor, he's a voiceover artist, he studied at Juilliard. He knows a thing or two about betrayal as well, and Cassian Andor's constant companion is K2SO. And yes, this actor will be appearing on the new Cassian Andor series that'll be coming on Disney+. Eventually. They've said it's coming. I'm not going to argue with them. All right? Question number 2. When this writer-actress, the creator of Fleabag, tells Kara that the relationship between Lando Calrissian and L337 works, Buster, you better believe it. Once again, when the creator of Fleabag, amazing writer-actress, tells Kira that the relationship between Lando Calrissian and L337 works, you had better believe it. And our third question in Robots or People 2, when your best line as a droid is that it's activated its self-destruct mechanism, you'd better bring the funny. His Mandalorian performance was so good, they just gave him his own movie to write and direct. When your best line as a droid is that it has activated its self-destruct mechanism, you'd better bring the funny. His Mandalorian performance was so good, they gave him his own movie to co-write and direct. All right. That wraps it up for Channel 4. Let us move directly into Channel 5, Blister Packed. Look, if you're playing along with us, you have all the action figures. First from Kenner, then from Hasbro. Still, the only reason that you knew half of the names of the characters that you bought is because that's what they were called on the packaging. We're going to dive right now into the characters who are still mint in box for you, but only had 3 seconds of screen time. Let's go with question number 1. This vigilant law officer was supposed to be a Force Awakens character, but he had a bigger impact on toy shelves than the final cut. Once again, this vigilant law officer was supposed to be a Force Awakens character, but he had a bigger impact on toy shelves than in the final cut. And just because I know that it's going to be one of those things where the character, I have no idea what character that is. I even gave you the character. I mean, there he is. Question number 2. Oh, good God. Question 2. Okay, you go away. This Boonta's Eve play-by-play announcer in The Phantom Menace should have been voiced by Dan Patrick and Keith Olbermann. I want you to name this Troig PA announcer. I went deep cuts on you. And yes, Rob Irvin is right. One of the voices was Greg Proops. But that's not the name of the character. And yes, Lisa, they did have a name. And finally, in a category that I'm sure every single one of you would love to see the back end of, the Mos Eisley Cantina was filled with dozens of races, but Kenner only released 4 figures of them in 1978. Greedo was one of them. Name any of the other 3. Any of the other 3. And if you're running to your Darth Vader clamshell case to figure out what they are, I'm going to move on. Oh man, I had so much fun putting this together. I'm sure Pigman would be incredibly proud of me. Or he'd hate me, one or the other. All right, that does it for Blister Pack. Let us move on to our next category in Channel 6. That, of course, is tonight on a very special episode. Until VHS rentals kicked in, Star Wars was kept alive in our hearts through action figures, comics, and appearances on variety shows. Stretch out with your feelings and remember these ill-advised guest bookings. Here is question number 1. When Mark Hamill guested on The Muppet Show, he appeared both as Mark Hamill and as Luke Skywalker. What song did Mark Hamill sing in the episode? When Mark Hamill guested on The Muppet Show, he appeared as himself and as Luke Skywalker. What song did he sing in that episode? Question 2. Donnie and Murray Osmond staged a Star Wars sketch to try and capture a little bit of that Star Wars ratings gold. Red Fox was a part of that crew. What character did Red Fox play? What was his character's name? And I'll tell you this, I will double the points if you can get the character name right. I'll give you normal points if you can tell me what Red Fox did in the sketch. But if you give me the character name, I'll double the points. Right now, that's worth 60, 40, 20. Right now, Woody's yelling at me. And our third and final question in round 2. In 1985, ABC launched the first Star Wars animated series on Saturday mornings. What was the name of this short-lived animation hour block of shows? Once again, in 1985, ABC launched the very first Star Wars animated series on Saturday mornings. What was the name of that short-lived block of shows? All right, kids, that is going to wrap it up for our second round. We are breezing through all of this, and yeah, it's time. You get another break. I'm going to give you another break of it. It's worth it. You're worth it. You are worth it. You're worth another snack time. I want to see if any of you kids are actually throwing any of those out yet. Nope. Let's see if it's going to push up. I really want it to. I want to see some of your stuff. And I don't know if it's going to work or not. This is the first time I've used the Twitter card, so I don't know if it's going to actually work or not. It didn't reset, and it's not pushing anything up. So it looks like no one's photos are showing up. That doesn't mean you didn't post them. It just means that I can't see them. So I apologize for that. So I hope that you guys did, and I hope that you can take a look at the Twitter hashtag. Once again, you are May the 4th with the number 4. And look and see what everybody's doing. Because in this ridiculous time, we are celebrating our holidays in our own way. We're celebrating our birthdays by ourselves. We're doing Zoom parties for all the rest of it. Yeah, so a bunch of people are saying that you're posting your stuff. And so I'm sorry. I tested it, and it only kind of worked. So I was kind of hoping to test it on the fly, and it actually works. Because that does me so much better when I do that the rest of the time. At least it's not me out of sync on audio with Felissa Rose. Couple of pieces of housekeeping. I will do the answer. Oh, I have to do the answers for round 1 and round 2. Okay, thanks, Woody. Let's see. This coming Thursday, we are going to have a show, and it is Mad Scientist, because I'm going to tell you this right now. If you are a Rick and Morty fan and you missed Sunday's episode, last night might have been the most ridiculously well-performed piece of sci-fi I've seen on television in a long time. It set a lot of things on its head. I'm not going to spoil any of it for you, because the colder you go in, the better off you are. So it is Mad Scientists for Thursday's episode. Shannon, I don't know if you can stream Rick and Morty on Hulu. If you can, it would probably be the first 5 episodes of stuff that aired in the fall last year. And because Cartoon Network is so weird with their stuff and Adult Swim, you know what? That's it. Go to AdultSwim.com. They would probably, if you can find the episodes from season 4, that'd probably be your best bet to catch that out. Also, there's a project that I am working on. It has nothing to do with the Universal Remote. And it is a benefit for the North Texas Food Bank. And what I need from you guys, if you have not already done so, is if you've got a video clip of the way that you are coping with your quarantine life, with your hashtag Big Paws life, whether it's silly, whether it's funny, whether it's touching, whether it's boring, I want to see them. So email me, devin@devinpike.com. And I would love to see those clips. We're still building out the library of it. The project goes live probably in a couple of weeks, and you're going to be hearing a lot more about it from me and from a lot of other people very, very soon. It's going to be a hell of a lot of fun when this thing kicks, and it's going to be really no sound on it and really short clips because there's going to be a lot of them, and it's going to be playing over a music track. So the shorter the better, and if it doesn't need sound, even more the better. All right, let's take a look at the answers all the way through, just so you can throw things at the screen on how hard or easy I made this. So, all right. Intergalactic geography. A whole lot of water and rain and a whole lot of Jango Fett. That was Camino. Utapau. Utapau. Don't even know where Lucas came up with half the names for these planets. That was where Obi-Wan rode the majestic chicken horse and had his final battle with General Grievous. And Pisana was where the Festival of the Ancestors was held every 42 years. On 21 Tashi Street, Luke's nickname was Wormy. The de facto leader of the crew at Tashi Station was named Fixer. That was his nickname. And, of course, Biggs Darklighter was Luke's best and only friend on the whole of Tatooine. For the And There's Akmena category, the spinoff of All in the Family was, of course, Maude. Before Sex and the City, B. Arthur's golden girl was Dorothy. And as the femputer in Futurama, she says the magic words, death by snoo snoo. I want to hear that in a Star Wars film or TV series. For Droids Are People 2, Alan Tudyk. And I actually had the man pronounce his name to me because there was a bit of confusion on that. Mostly from Adam Baldwin. He is the voice of K2SO, also did the motion capture on it. Phoebe Waller-Bridge is the writer-director of so many amazing, amazing stuff. Fleabag is one of them, and of course she did the voice and mocap work for L337, proving that, yes, real dolls can exist in a galaxy far, far away. And Taika Waititi, who just today was confirmed as the co-writer and director, or the director and co-writer, I should say, for a new unnamed Star Wars film that is in the pipeline. It was announced at StarWars.com, so you know that it's canon. For Blister Pact, Constable Zuvio was one of the first figures that they released from the The Force Awakens. Big deal was made about him. Didn't see him at all in the entire damn movie, except for like a fleeting shot of him in the background. The Boonta's Eve play-by-play announcers were Fode and Bede. Fode and Bede. I don't even know how the fuck you pronounce it because, honest to God, I never have heard their names before. I've only read them. And the three figures that weren't Greedo in the original Kenner run were Ponda Baba, Snaggletooth, and Hammerhead. Along with Greedo, those were the four Cantina aliens from the original run of the action figures. Mark Hamill on the Muppet Show, Season 4, sang When You Wish Upon a Star as Mark Hamill, not as Luke Skywalker. That would have been weird. Red Fox on the Donnie and Marie Star Wars special played Obi-Ben Okefenokee. And honestly, we would have accepted Obi-Wan Kenobi because there's no way you would have known that had you not committed that entire thing to memory, and it was so god-awful. I mean, Chris Christopherson played Han Solo, for God's sake. And Dancing Stormtroopers. That should tell you everything you need to know about that special. The Ewoks and Droids Adventure Hour was the Star Wars animated block in 1985 on Saturday mornings. Did not last to 1986. So, over in Twitch, Rob has taken the lead in the Twitch scoring. Good job on you, Rob. And over on YouTube, Shannon Hatcher is now in third. John Gamero is in second. And Roy Buckingham is in first. I'm sure it was all the questions about B. Arthur. So, still doesn't matter. Because now, points are tripled. It is the third round, the unprecedented third round of questions. We're getting kicked off with it. We're doing it right now. Here we go with Channel 7 before they were Star Wars. The cast of Star Wars did not emerge fully formed into the universe. In many instances, they weren't even household names. But they did have credits prior to their roles as galactic hotshots. Answer these questions about our heroes. And they are all heroes to me. Here we go. Question number 1. Prior to co-piloting the Millennium Falcon, Peter Mayhew drove a boat as a creature named the Minotaur in what 1977 mythological film? Once again, prior to co-piloting the Millennium Falcon, Peter Mayhew drove a boat as a creature, big, gold creature called the Minotaur in what 1977 mythological film? All right, here we go with question number 2. Natalie Portman had a solid career going before signing on to the prequel trilogy. Her first role was in Luc Besson's Leon the Professional. What was her character's name? It's amazing to think that this was actually her first role, because I could have sworn that she was doing stuff prior to it, but Natalie Portman's first role was in Leon the Professional. What was her character's name? And third and finally, over here, John Boyega was no stranger to effects-driven movies. Prior to The Force Awakens, he appeared in what 2011 Joe Cornish alien invasion flick? Once again, John Boyega appears in what 2011 Joe Cornish alien invasion flick 4 years prior to getting into the Stormtrooper armor of FN-2187. All right. Wraps it for round 7. Channel number 8. You go away. Yes, I said you go away. Yeah. Round 8. Choke. A novel not written by Chuck Palahniuk. What? His lightsaber isn't deadly enough for you? How's about a nice larynx massage from the Dark Lord of the Sith himself? Answer these questions about Darth Vader's throat hugs. Here we go. Question number 1. We first see Vader using his Force choke in the Death Star boardroom. Who was the Imperial that Vader almost killed? Is the music bed playing? Music bed's not playing. All right, there we go. Alright. I almost got all through the whole thing with it not misfiring a deck perk correctly. Kind of happy about that. Question number 2. The Force choke also works across long distances as well. Which admiral did Vader kill by the Star Wars version of a Zoom video call? Again, the Force choke works across long distances as well. Who did Vader kill by the Star Wars version of a Zoom video call? And our third and final question. In his temple on Mustafar, Vader advises which Rogue One Imperial to not choke on his own ambitions? In his temple on Mustafar, Vader advises which Rogue One Imperial to not choke on his own ambitions. That, of course, wraps it for choke. Our final channel of the evening for our May the 4th extravaganza, we go to, aptly enough, the final 3. We know so much about the first 6 films in the Skywalker saga, yet trivia about the sequel trilogy, and I hate that term, seems to be in short supply. But we've got it, and you better answer it. All right? Here we go. Question number 1. This small Irish island was the real-world location for Luke's Hermit HQ, Octo. Once again, this small Irish island where a bunch of puffins were flying around, making porgs necessary. What was the name of the island? That's just not firing correctly. All right. Question 2. Which fan-famous French bulldog made a saga appearance in the Canto Bight casino sequence in The Last Jedi? Once again, which fan-famous French bulldog made a saga appearance in the Canto Bight casino sequence in The Last Jedi? I require his full name, people. He has a full name. It's got a first name and a last name. I want all of it. You can resubmit. I'll give you a minute. Aaron, shut up! I will not accept your Last Jedi hatred in this channel. I will not. And our final question for our May the 4th Star Wars extravaganza, following the tradition of Blue Harvest and Foodies, what was the fake name of the production of The Rise of Skywalker? Once again, following the tradition of Blue Harvest and Foodies, what was the fake name of the production of The Rise of Skywalker? Brandon, don't you start either. I mean, not wrong. All right, pencils down. That wraps it up for our Star Wars extravaganza. Doing a full themed episode was incredibly, incredibly fun. I am grateful to each and every one of you for playing along. It has been a gas putting this together, and we're going to do more themed episodes later on down the road. I know we're going to do a Star Trek episode. I know this for a fact. I mean, we may even do stuff like Mission Impossible. If there is something that you do want to see as a themed episode, shoot me an email. It's devin@devinpike.com. Throw it up on Twitter, on Just Devin or Universal Remote. Uni Remote Game is the Twitter there. Let's take a look at the scores. We're combining the scores tonight. And I'm going to tell you guys, if you're not playing on Twitch, it's a good idea to play over there because not as many people are over on our Twitch channel, number one. And number two, it's faster. So you get the questions faster and you get to answer faster. You can answer ahead of basically everybody at this point. So we're going to take a look at the scores. In third place from our Twitch channel, the wonderful Rob Irvin, the Iron Man. In second place, Shannon Hatcher, back on the leaderboard, but not in the top spot. Kids, we have a smartest person in a galaxy far, far away. Please give a massive round of applause to Ken Goach. Ken finished the evening with a total of 510 points. That's on YouTube. That is legitimate. Sir, you, Ken, are the smartest person in a galaxy far, far away. I hope each and every one of you has had a fantastic May the 4th. I miss you guys. I miss hanging out with you. We will see you again on Thursday. I am grateful for all of you for hanging out and being amazing all throughout all of this. It's been my pleasure to host this stuff. Spread the word. Tell people how much fun you're having and that they're missing out by not being a part of it. UniversalRemote.tv is the URL. Over on Twitch, it's That Devin Guy, and you know where it is on YouTube. It is Just Devin. For Leslie and Woody, tabulating the scores. Pigman, wherever you are, we miss you. Oh, crap. I didn't give you the answers. All right. Okay, Woody. Yes. No, you're right. You're right. Yeah. Okay. You're right. I'll tell you what the answers are. God, I am the world's worst when it comes to stuff like that. The Peter Mayhew film in 1977, prior to Star Wars coming out, was Sinbad and the Eye of the Tiger, not to be confused with anything from Rocky III. Natalie Portman's character in Luc Besson's Leon the Professional was Matilda, and John Boyega's 2011 film was Attack the Block. Love that flick. In Choke, Vader first uses his Force choke on screen against Admiral Mahdi. where we all find his lack of faith disturbing. On a Zoom video call, he chokes out Admiral Ozzel, who is as clumsy as he is stupid. Oh, wait. You did add that right. Crap. Okay. And it's a good thing that Leslie is keeping score because we have a tie. Director Krennic was told not to choke on his own ambitions in Mustafar in the criminally underrated Rogue One. And as far as the final three goes, Skellig Michael was the name of the Irish island. Aaron, I thought you of all people would know that after your amazing honeymoon trip. Gary Fisher is the name of the French bulldog who appeared in the Canto Bight sequence. And the fake title for the production of The Rise of Skywalker was Black Diamond. I don't see a lot of Black Diamond bootleg shirts running around. So, Ken Goach, Lisa Orozco, I need you guys to do me a favor and answer me this question. Here is your tiebreaker question. I'm putting it into the chat because your guys are going to have 15 seconds from when I post it to answer this. How much money have all of the Star Wars movies made added together according to boxofficemojo.com? You have 10 seconds to answer this question. Closest to the pin wins. All of the Star Wars movies made, added together, this includes Rogue One and Solo, according to boxofficemojo.com. Ken's answer is in. Oh, I really hope Lisa's still on the game. Lisa abstains. So, with that, Ken says 10 billion. He's actually off by a little bit. I'm kind of surprised. $5,079,221,177 theatrically for all 11 Star Wars films. So, the tiebreaker has been issued. Lisa says, nah. And Ken, yep, you are absolutely the smartest person on the internet. I am going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching. I think I'm going to run the sequence again. I think I want to run that again. Thank you very much for playing. I had a blast doing it. I hope you had a blast watching it. Take care of yourselves. Be safe. I'll see you again on Thursday night. 9 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 Central, 7 p.m. Pacific. Let's roll that again, shall we? Yeah, I think we're going to. Nope, not that, this.